Welcome to Tennis Match, the channel where global tennis comes alive through analysis, emotion, and star power.
Today's story is, well, it's unlike any other. A moment when center court truly held its breath. But first, let me introduce the voice that gives tennis its emotional heartbeat, the Oracle.
Thank you. And with me is the man who sees tactics before they unfold, who reads the court like a grandmaster, the strategist. Today, we're diving into a moment at Wimbledon 2025 that really went beyond just sport, didn't it?
It certainly did.
Our mission is to unpack the layers of emotion, the unexpected turns, and, the critical questions that emerged from Jannik Sinner's match against Grigor Dimitrov. It's a story of athletic prowess, yes, but also raw human vulnerability. And the complex reactions, well, they just ripple through the tennis world.
Absolutely. This match isn't just about a scoreline. It's more like a crucible, really, exposing the intense mental and physical fragility you see even at the absolute peak of athletic performance. The real insight here, I think, is how quickly that pursuit of victory can pivot. Suddenly it's about raw human concern. It forces players, officials, fans, everyone really to sort of redefine what winning actually means in that moment.
How do you win a match when even the winner says it didn't feel like one? I mean, that's precisely what Jannik Sinner, the world number one, declared after reaching a Grand Slam quarterfinal. His words were, "I don't consider this a win at all."
Quite a statement.
Right. You'd expect celebrations, reaching the quarters. But what unfolded on center court, it was described as a sporting tragedy. Deeply human, emotionally charged. It felt like Wimbledon was truly caught off guard.
And this specific event, it just highlights that in competitive sports, especially at the slams, the narrative isn't always about the final score, is it?
No, not at all.
Instead, it's often these unforeseen twists, these profound human reactions. They're what truly define a moment. They etch it into memory, far beyond the actual winning point.
So to really grasp the weight of Sinner's statement, we have to go back to the beginning of the match. Grigor Dimitrov came out playing some, truly exceptional tennis right from the first serve.
He's on fire.
His early performance was just surgical, a flawless serve, endless variation, those velvet touches he has. He was making it a real uphill battle for Sinner, who, despite his usual dominance, seemed to be constantly reacting.
Definitely on the back foot.
And then, early in that first set, there was that unexpected moment. Sinner slipped, fell hard onto his right elbow.
Ouch.
Yeah, and you saw immediate concern. Medical team came out, the crowd hushed. It led to a timeout. He came back, played on with grit, of course, but there was a visible tension there.
Understandably.
And then the second set also went to Dimitrov. So he's 2 sets up, looking like he's in, total control.
That fall certainly casts a shadow looking back.
Yeah.
But what's remarkable is just how dominant Dimitrov was before that huge turning point.
Yeah.
The statistics, they're more than just good. They represent Dimitrov playing at an almost impossible level against the world. Number one. Think about it. Firing 6 aces to Sinner's 2, especially given Sinner's own powerful serve, that shows incredible confidence, aggressive play,
Definitely.
and hitting 36 winners against only 13 unforced errors. That's a razor-thin margin of error. It's a masterclass in controlled aggression that even the back players struggle to sustain. It wasn't just fine tennis.
No.
It was truly a peak performance, statistically quite rare for any player on tour, let alone in a Grand Slam quarterfinal. He won over 76% of his first serve points. Sinner was at 83%, yes, but Sinner also had 3 double faults to Dimitrov's 0. The numbers just underscore Dimitrov's absolute command at that stage.
So the match is moving along. Dimitrov 2 sets up, still playing at this incredibly high level. And then, the plot thickened dramatically. At 2-2 in the third set, right after serving what looked like another ace, something profound happened. Dimitrov's chest just seized up. He collapsed right there on the court.
Oh, man.
He tried to continue, served cautiously, but you could see the physical reality, maybe the emotional toll too. It just became too much. He bowed to the crowd and then the tears came. Raw, real tears.
Wow. And in that instant, didn't it feel like everything just shifted?
Completely.
The fierce competition just dissolved. It became about profound human connection. This wasn't just a physical collapse. It felt like a deeply emotional moment. Shared vulnerability right there on a global stage.
Yeah.
It really underscores the intense personal stakes for these athletes.
And what was striking was Sinner's reaction.
Yes.
No longer just an opponent. He became an ally. He walked Dimitrov over to the bench, whispered something to him, held his hand.
That image.
The crowd responded, this long, thunderous ovation. But there was also this sense of shock. The source said Wimbledon froze.
Yeah.
A palpable silence fell over center court as empathy just replaced rivalry.
Incredible moment.
And following such an emotional retirement, Sinner's comments afterwards were just incredibly revealing, spoke volumes about him, really. He was visibly shaken.
He really didn't hold back, did he? Stating, and this is verbatim, "I don't consider this a win at all. I don't know what to say. Grigor is an incredible player. We all saw that today. He's had such bad luck over the past few years. He's an amazing player and a good friend of mine off the court." And he also added, "It's a very unfortunate moment for us."
For us, that's telling.
It is. And later he expanded a bit. At the recent Grand Slam tournaments, he has struggled with injuries, and seeing him in this state is very hard. His reaction, how much he cares about the sport. He called him one of the hardest working players on the ATP Tour, then finished with, "It's very sad. We wish him all the best and applaud him."
Just pure empathy and grace, as the source noted.
Exactly. And it really begs the question, doesn't it? Beyond the immediate shock, how does such a profoundly emotional experience impact a player's mental state moving forward in a high-stakes tournament like Wimbledon?
That's a huge question. And as if the on-court drama wasn't enough, another significant controversy popped up. The decision to close the center court roof, that sparked immediate debate, especially among tennis legends.
Yes, the roof, always a talking point at Wimbledon.
And here's where it gets really interesting, because you have these, conflicting viewpoints from some of the sport's biggest names.
Right, Andy Murray. He was quick to voice strong disagreement.
Yeah.
He said verbatim, "So ridiculous to close the roof at that stage of the match. At least an hour of light left, plenty of time to play a full set of tennis. It's an outdoor tournament." Pretty clear stance there.
It's very clear. And John McEnroe never one to hold back.
Of course.
He backed Murray live on air, stated they should have played a third set because there was 45 minutes to an hour left.
But then on the flip side, you had Tim Henman, former British #1, offering a different perspective, actually defending the officials.
What was his take?
He argued, "I don't think they could have played a whole set before darkness on center court." So a more pragmatic view, perhaps, thinking about completing the set.
And then you had this other image, sitting silently in the royal box, Roger Federer. His reaction, captured on screen, just mirrored the crowd's feelings, didn't it? Heartbreak, shock, sadness, empathy, all without a single word.
Speaks volumes, that silence.
It really does. This whole roof controversy, it highlights a core tension in tennis, doesn't it? Balancing fair, natural outdoor play with, the practical demands, broadcast schedules, crowd experience.
It's tricky, especially with weather becoming more unpredictable. You wonder what solutions, maybe technological ones or even rule changes, might be considered to sort of mitigate these recurring debates.
That's a discussion for another time, perhaps. So the immediate aftermath of this match leaves both players facing significant questions. Dimitrov, heartbreakingly, is out of Wimbledon. Early reports suggest a possible pectoral muscle tear. Recovery time still unknown.
Just awful luck for him.
Truly. But for Sinner, even though he advances, there are uncertainties. That elbow, right, that fall early on, is it going to hold up? We know medical tests and MRI and ultrasound are scheduled for July 8th.
And beyond the physical, which is obviously crucial, there's that significant mental toll we talked about.
Yep.
He's set to face Ben Shelton next in the quarterfinals, Wednesday.
Explosive player.
Exactly. An American known for one of the fastest serves on tour. Now, given Sinner's game, that aggressive forehand, how much power comes from the arm? Any persistent elbow issue could significantly alter his strategy, his effectiveness.
Especially against someone like Shelton.
Right. Shelton's game relies so much on that serve and forehand power. So it becomes not just a physical hurdle for Sinner, but a strategic one too.
Right.
We've seen players like Nadal manage chronic issues, of course. But for Sinner, right now, at this critical point in the slam, the real challenge might be twofold. Will the body hold up? And maybe just as importantly, will the mind, shaken by such a surreal and emotional match, find that competitive fire again?
It puts his next match in a whole different light. This deep dive, I think, has really shown us how a single match can just transcend its competitive bounds. It becomes a profound human story. It wasn't just a clash of rackets, was it? It felt like a testament to the raw emotion, the respect that's still present in the sport.
It really reminds you that underneath all that competitive fire, all the training, the pressure, these athletes are still human. Some matches, like this one, they aren't remembered just for the scoreline. They're remembered for their soul.
For the walk-off, for the embrace.
Exactly. It was a day when tennis showed its truest face, fiercely competitive, absolutely, but also profoundly human. This match, it serves as such a powerful reminder of that intricate balance between athletic ambition and just the shared human experience.
Well said. If you enjoyed this episode, smash that subscribe button, drop a like, and tell us your take in the comments. Tennis Maps will be back soon with more stories from the World Tour. See you courtside.